ex-boyfriend, so.
Wait, ex-boyfriend?
Yo.
She calls us friends, but I don't consider us friends.
What do you guys consider each other?
Technically still figuring it out, but I'm the one she calls when she needs to cry. I've tried.
It's a work in progress.
It's
So is everything.
It's one work in progress.
So you guys are just trying to work on things?
See how it goes.
I'm trying to work on things.
If he gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody in the world, would you use it?
Yeah.
On who?
Zac Efron, Josh Bowman, some celebrity, hot celebrity. You turn that down? Mm-mm. Couldn't do it.
All right, what if it was all the way around?
I know what I'm worth. One night with one celebrity doesn't change who I am.
So you wouldn't use it?
Even
There's
if I
no
gave
point.
it to you?
No, because it sounds like a trap. If your significant other is willing to give you a one night stand with anybody in the world, it sounds like a trap for your loyalty. Fuck that.
Let's go.
Don't you know?
Most men find most women to be at least somewhat attractive. In contrast, women on average view 80% of men as below average in attractiveness. Another study found that on the dating app Tinder, men liked more than 60% of the female profiles they viewed, while women liked only 4.5% of male profiles. I didn't realize that 80% of men as below average. That's quite off.
It is, because, you would think like 50%, right? It's sort of like 50% above and 50% below, but to have 80% rated below is pretty grim.
Because of the increased risk women carry, they tend to be choosier about their partners. In contrast, men are less discerning. Studies of online dating, for example, find that
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the fuck?
Don't worry, I'm not really talking to you. I'm speaking against you as a symbol.
A symbol of what?
A symbol of a declining society where people lack values. So the point is this. If you had IQ and skills to offer to the marketplace, you can earn a good income. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge, you didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you're paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money, which is to say, if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans. And that's my point, is that that's what you're good for.
Do people actually get asked on dates in real life? Like, people come up to you, attractive people that you would want to go on a date with, come up to you and ask you to go on a date, and then they want to take you on a date? That has literally actually never happened to me in my entire life. The closest thing today I was going to get lunch with my friends, and I was walking, and this 65-year-old man stopped me and goes, "Hey, do you happen to be single?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Oh, you're beautiful." He was literally 65 years old. So that's what I get. People go on dates, and the people that get asked on the dates, and they want to go on the dates, and they do. That's crazy, you guys. That's crazy.
Here's some crazy research for you. So a third of men, 33%, a little over a third, of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. The same study said that by the year 2030, that 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single. So I've got a question for the men, because I see it all the time in my comments. Most of my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done. Tell me why you don't want to have a partner in life. Tell me why it's more worth it to be single than to have a partner. Even if you weren't to remarry, just to have a partner. I mean, I've talked to a lot of men. I've got my answers, but I want to hear it in the comments. So please, drop it in the comments.
Yeah, where are all the men, the good, real men at? Where are you guys?
I know, where are the men that, want to take you on a date? I don't
come in my DMs,
right?
Please.
I don't need dinner, though. See,
No.
you know how some people, first date, they want dinner? I don't want dinner for the first date because I want to be able to talk without food in my mouth.
Yeah, even when guys suggest movies. I'm like, why would I go to the movie theaters with you on a first date?
No, exactly.
Why?
You and I
Just
could
sit
go
in
to a
the
movie
dark,
because we know each other now. But
yeah.
when we first met...
No, I want to talk. All the good men got played, so now all they do is just work, scroll TikTok, chill, and ignore people. Tell me I'm wrong.
I just walked into Abercrombie for the first time since middle school. Where are all the hot shirtless dudes? What happened to them? Why did we get rid of them?
Okay, so serious question. If we're not going on dating apps for dates, where are we meeting men? And where are we meeting men in which we'd actually want to go on a date with? Where are all of the good guys? Can someone enlighten me? Because whatever I'm doing isn't working.
Women nowadays will literally be like, I can't find any good men. There are no good men left. And then they'll be like, I just need 6 feet, about like 6 inches, and like 6 figures.
Even if this video was just meant for fun, it's still another case of men acting like women have impossible standards so that they feel better about themselves when they don't meet them. And it bothers me because these guys are acting like women are looking down on men who they would consider less than perfect. But have you ever heard a woman talk about a bum who she's in love with? Because she'll make every excuse in the world for why that man is incredible and just misunderstood. So let's say, for example, that a man has no job. She's not going to let you sit there and call him unemployed. No, she's going to tell you how it's probably because no one ever encouraged him and that he's going to be able to do anything he sets his mind to once she just believes in him. You're acting like women will only date men who make 6 figures, but I know women who are working 2 jobs with full insurance and a 401k who are dating men with 60 cents in their bank account because she thinks he has potential. I don't know how you can act like women will only settle for rich men anyways when most families are living paycheck to paycheck and can't survive on one income, because I think that means they married for love. And don't even get me started on what's between the legs, because there are women in 30-year marriages who have never successfully had a no, and you're gonna act like women are out here throwing the whole man away because of his size? Because I don't think so. In fact, there are women out here faking O's so that the men in their lives don't feel inadequate, and yet you're gonna act like we're out here bringing measuring tapes to our coffee dates? And sure, when it comes to height, maybe some women do have a preference for men who can reach the top shelf or the cookie jar, but that's all subject to change. If he's a good man with good qualities, then she may just fall in love and try to convert the whole world talking about how we love a short king. Listen, the truth is that even you don't believe this nonsense, because if you really believed that women had impossible standards, then you wouldn't be telling them to pick better men at every opportunity. So when I see videos like this, I realize that they're usually not mad about what women want. They're just mad that women don't want them.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Most men find most women to be at least somewhat attractive. In contrast, women on average view 80% of men as below average in attractiveness. Another study found that on the dating app Tinder, men liked more than 60% of the female profiles they viewed, while women liked only 4.5% of male profiles. I didn't realize that 80% of men as below average. That's quite off.
It is, because, you would think like 50%, right? It's sort of like 50% above and 50% below, but to have 80% rated below is pretty grim.
Because of the increased risk women carry, they tend to be choosier about their partners. In contrast, men are less discerning. Studies of online dating, for example, find that
a lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the
Don't worry, I'm not really talking to you. I'm speaking against you as a symbol.
A symbol of what?
A symbol of a declining society where people lack values. So the point is this. If you had IQ and skills to offer to the marketplace, you can earn a good income. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge, you didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money, which is to say, if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans. And that's my point, is that that's what you're good for.
Now look at the difference between these 2 women.
For better.
For better.
For worse.
For worse.
For richer.
For richer.
For poor.
For poorer.
We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. Real made it very clear to Jonathan, you cannot be broke. In sickness, and in health. To love, cherish, and to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
I'll forever submit to you, Miles.
I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles, as the head of our home. In heaven, they hear. On earth, I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you.
I don't know about you, but I know which one.
My shit first, so I don't know why you.
Get all your stuff and get out.
He wasn't the one to say that shit.
Deuces.
Deuces to you, bitch.
Yeah, get out. You already kicked out. I'm going back to Angie.
No, you not.
Yeah, I'm going back to Angie.
No, you not.
Your stuff and go. Angie's coming back.
No.
You know, she lasted probably, 5 days? You know, a week, 7 days. And she's already tooted and booted.
I would go to these frat parties, I would guys, whatever. There was this one night though, and I was like, hey, you know, I talked to them all individually. I'm like, hey, so I'm gonna just be waiting in this closet. I don't even care about the party. I'm gonna be waiting in this closet. It's their laundry room, and just like come in whenever and f me. Like I'll just sit here and be like a human doll basically.
So anyone, you didn't care who?
No, I didn't. I was like, just I'll be in this closet. Like come fuck me if you want. If you get home. I was on birth control. I let them all come at me.
Huh? She belongs to the streets.
Something is wrong with you!
What number employee are you of Tesla?
I would say I'm probably in the 300s.
How good was their offer?
Gave us a lot of stock options to start with. I mean, they gave us 40,000 options. My strike price was 90 cents.
No.
Your strike
price was 90
cents was my strike price. Oh yeah, I was like, at 90 cents, who's going to take them seriously? I mean, because I surely wasn't. I mean, I loved the job, but I didn't take at 90 cents, who cares? Well, I got $40,000, whoop-dee. You know, that's all it was back then, but that's $50 million today.
Oh my gosh. So what did you do with those options?
Well, I kept them, and then I went through a divorce, and the divorce lawyer convinced the judge that the Tesla was going to go out of business in 2013, and they sold them all.
No. That's the most expensive attorney I think I've ever.
Oh, yeah, but it was, you know, like whatever, 60 grand or something at the time, but now that's $50 million. I actually did some research to see if I had a case against the lawyer, but I don't. Even though he convinced the judge that they were going to go out of business and we're going to have to sell the stock to pay his lawyer fees.
How often does that keep you up at night?
Praying for an African man that want to come over here and be my husband. I help you get your green card, your visa. I got food stamps. I got child support. I'll take care of you. You come over here, be a father to my daughters. Carnation, cremation, cash happy, and my other kids. I'm just here. I'm looking for a man, or you could be an American man as well. But come over here. I buy you a car.
Do you want to have the hottest boyfriend ever? Yes, of course you do. Well, here is the best way to find the hottest guys. And no, it's not Tinder. It is literally so simple. All you do is go to a modeling agency, click your area, click whoever you're interested in, and scroll through all of the hot guys around you. Now, once you finally find someone you're interested in, I think Brent's pretty cute. Click their profile. And then from there, you can see all about them and click their Instagram. Now, obviously, go DM them and chances are they'll probably respond. You're welcome.
They put so much effort into finding these guys, but don't actually put out that much effort into the relationship. No wonder why they keep having to find boyfriends. They honestly got their priorities wrong. They always seem to find the man, but just can't keep the man.
All right, if you're going rich husband hunting, please listen up. I'm not talking about this commenter specifically, but I've gotten some stories from my friends that work at some of the places that I've recommended, and we need some clarification here. All right, if it's a restaurant bar that I'm recommending, go between 6:30 and 8:30 p.m. on a Wednesday or Thursday. If it's like a bar, I would say Wednesday or Thursday through Saturday between like 10 p.m. and midnight, because nothing good happens after midnight. And if it's a lunch spot, I've recommended, I would say between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. You have to remember that like these men are working. They're not the people that are going to early lunch at 12 p.m. or going to a 5 p.m. dinner. And also when you're going out, like you have to order your first drink. I don't know why that's not like a given. But yeah, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Yeah. Bye guys.
Women need social proof. We don't.
That's not true.
That women don't want social proof?
Status? No.
Okay, let me ask you a question then. We met in London, and you find me attractive. I'm like, oh, I'm throwing a party like, I'd love for you to come, bring some of your girlfriends, it's gonna be awesome. And you're like, cool, yeah, for sure. You show up, you and your girlfriends, and there's 50 dudes and like 3 girls. Are you staying?
No.
Okay. Switch it up. 50 girls, like 5 guys. Are you staying?
Yeah.
I wonder why. Social proof is important, isn't it?
It's not about social proof.
That is social proof.
Women feel more comfortable being in an environment full of women.
See, here's the thing. Your ability to feel safe is rooted in social proof. The man being able to have a bunch of women there displays an ability of, this guy has some kind of social semblance, this guy's able to...
See, I wouldn't have even thought of it like that. I would have been like, great.
Because women live life on easy mode. You don't even understand all the bits and pieces of work that go into men creating an environment for women to have fun. Like, this is what I mean when I say girls have zero concept of what it's like to be a man or to be attractive. And
ladies, 2023, I'm convinced I'm going to meet my man at the grocery store. And here's why I say this. When I go to the bar, it's a great romance, whirlwinds, it fizzles out in days, okay? Grocery store, I'm coming back from work, you know, I'm in like girlfriend attire, okay? Obviously I wouldn't wear a turtleneck to the bar, but I think I'm looking cute, wholesome energy. Perfect time to both reach for an apple, okay? And then go, oh my God, so sorry, you take it. And then spark up a conversation. I mean, like, I actually have to, like, do that. But I'll let you know if I do. I'm thinking that's going to be the thing for me this year. Because I only go to the bar, like, maybe once or twice a week on the weekends. But, you know, I'm at that grocery store multiple times a week. More chances, okay? Let me know if you try this or if you have, if it's worked for you. Give us a little inspiration story, honey. I need it. Bye.
Never had a boyfriend.
What?
Never.
Never?
Never in my
That's
life.
ridiculous. No.
I know, right? Okay, so you're a big sister, you see it. I've been trying with nice guys, with college guys, with humble guys, with everything. Nothing worked. Everybody was just breaking my heart. So you know what? I'm just going with rich guys. Well, at least I'm gonna cry in my lips. Today we are in the most gorgeous and luxury hotel in Beverly Hills. So here's the secret. You don't need to be shy. Nobody cares about you. So just please see the objective. We're gonna try next time.
Alexa, remind me that I don't need a man and men are useless. When should I remind you? Every damn day.
How to get a rich man's attention. So if you are now walking into nice establishments and you're walking into better places, better hotel bars, members clubs, country clubs, or you're shopping in nicer areas and you see a man that is a possible target. He looks well, he's older, he's dressed very nice, he's about to get into a nice car or whatever, or maybe you're just in, let's do, for example, you're in a hotel bar. You're in a hotel bar. What you would do is you don't sit on your phone all day. By sitting on your phone constantly, it makes everyone think that you're there to meet someone. Okay? Do not sit on your phone. It also makes you look unapproachable. Just take in the ambience of the place. You know, get a drink. Sit back on the drink. Take in the ambience. Look friendly, not overly friendly, but you're enjoying your day. You're having a break. You might be on lunch from work. You're just enjoying yourself. You're taking it in. You're enjoying life every moment, okay? I love my life. And that's more of an approachable look for a man to say, hey, how are you? How's your day? What's a pretty girl like you sitting here alone? Then you give him some spiel, okay? You might want to talk to the barman so people can overhear that you're friendly. Like, hey, how's it going? How's your day? You been busy? Oh, it's not that busy right now. Oh, thank you. You know, like, so people know that you're friendly and they can approach you, okay? Also, if you want to do eye contact is a great way to get what you want, you know, and then look away. Okay, and then also, say you're at a grocery store, you're walking down the street and you say, oh damn, that man, I know that man has money. I know for a fact that man has money. What you do is you get a napkin, you drop the napkin. You get your handbag, you drop the handbag. If the handbag's expensive, girl, get yourself a replica so you can throw it on the floor. Throw that handbag on the floor right in front of that man. Get your lipstick keys all out on the floor. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, and then he's gonna come in with some, some funny dad joke, it's always nice to have a nice lady. You're so sweet. Where are you from? Oh, so that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna pull little tricks like that. Drop a napkin, drop a handbag. You're gonna look around. You're always gonna be on the prey. You're always gonna be looking around, to see what's out there. Be that type of girl that's always looking for opportunities and be ruthless. Ruthless.
You want to date a wealthy man with a lot of money, but you don't know where to find them? I'm going to tell you where to go. The first place you're going to go and the first thing you're going to do is put on a really cute hot girl walk outfit, and you're going to find a very wealthy neighborhood in your city. You're going to go for a hot girl walk. Next place, whatever city you live in, go to the downtown area, find a really nice high-rise condo or apartment. Make sure one of these condos or apartments has a restaurant or a bar on the bottom floor. Go in, sit at the bar, wait and see how many men come up to you. There are so many men that go to the bar by themselves, especially if it's a bar where they already reside, looking to buy a pretty girl a drink. The next place you are going to look is exclusive events or conferences. I cannot tell you how many times I've just been at a nice hotel in Miami for an event myself, or even just to get drinks with a girlfriend, and all of a sudden there's a huge conference going on with a lot of men. Go to these conferences. Go to the hotels where these conferences are at, because you know what these men do after the conferences? They go get a drink at the bar. Next place you are going to go if you're trying to find a wealthy man is a high-end bar or a really nice speakeasy. Here down in South Florida, there are speakeasies everywhere. A lot of them are very exclusive. You either have to know someone to get in or you have to have a code to get in. These men just hang out there drinking their whiskey out of the glass, waiting to talk to a pretty girl. Next place you are going to look is a high-end gym. That's where all the daddies go. So if you have an Equinox, next place is going to be a golf course. I feel like this is just a universally known fact, but all of the wealthy men are into golf. So whether you know nothing about golf and you go and make a fool of yourself with your girlfriends and pretend to know how to golf just to run into men and be like, oh my God, can you teach me? Which brings me to my next point, country clubs. If there's a way you can finesse yourself into getting into a country club, do it. Go to the pool, go to the restaurant, walk the neighborhoods. This is definitely where you're going to meet a wealthy man. The last one on this list for now is a luxury hotel or resort. If you can get yourself into a resort's pool, you are set. The only downside that I will say to trying to find a wealthy man at a luxury resort or hotel is they're probably just visiting. But depending on what you're looking for, that might be ideal.
Our school is connected to a hospital, so I'm dressed up, and there's a lot of real doctors here, so let me just, in case there's a husband. Husband, where you at? Doctors. Dr. Daddies, where y'all at? We're here for y'all.
Stop! Attention! If you want to be my husband and you live on this road, come outside now!
Where is the best place to find a husband? I'll go first. Instagram, and you want to know why? I don't know about you, but I believe the boy needs to put in the work. Like, boy, chase me, come after me.
No, thank you.
Like, I'm not trying to play games, but Cinderella did not chase after the prince. You see, when a dude hits you up on Instagram, he has no idea where you live, unless you have it listed in your bio. Chances are, if you don't already know each other, you don't live in the same city. So he's gonna have to buy a plane ticket or drive across the country to come meet you. And that's exactly the kind of effort we want and deserve. So let me tell you, when this guy Jake commented on my Instagram, I added him on Facebook. I didn't want him sliding into my DMs, I wanted him sliding into my Facebook Messenger. We sent lengthy messages back and forth for about 2 months. He invited me to come up to Northern California and hang out with his family, which is about 10 hours away. I said no, but I'll be in Maui on my family vacation if you want to come. That boy bought a plane ticket to Maui. I didn't even tell him what time we were flying in. Respond to your Instagram comments, ladies.
I'm quite literally rolling around in horse trying to get this bottom thing off my car. I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying to get this off, and I need a screwdriver to take it off. And I just wish someone would pull over and help me, because I don't know what to do. Oh, someone just pulled over. No way.
Thank you so much.
The strong, independent woman who don't need no man actually does need a man.
Why am I not surprised?
Like, really what we're talking about is the female experience, which you can't speak to.
Yeah, but I can speak to the male experience. The male experience, I would think, would be able to speak much more highly as to how many men would actually be determined to do some harm to you if you were in the middle of a forest and they came across you in the forest.
You're right, but this is a podcast of women, and we're talking about women, so that's why.
Well, it's a podcast of women, but there's clearly men on the panel. It's not our job to kiss your ass because you're a woman. I'm having an adult conversation with you. I don't know why I need to look at everything from feminist standpoint theory or from your perspective when you so easily dismiss mine. I'm telling you that your number's absurd. It makes no sense. And as you retract it, you very quickly retracted it because you realized how absurd it was. Why would you say that I have to be a woman in order to speak to this? That seems insane.
That's exactly where to find your future wallet. rich husband in New York City. The key to finding Mr. Right is knowing all the right places to eat. Head on over to Michael's, the hotspot for media tycoons in Manhattan. Mike McCarty hosts there about every other week. Shake his hand and he could introduce you to the potential love of your life, a future hot Mark Zuckerberg. Just make your way to table 1. Trust me. You're on a date with a Brooks brother and he takes you here, you know you're set. What's better than a one-way private charter to the Hamptons? You may not find your billionaire's romance here, but it's a 5-minute walk from Wall Street. With luck, if you go late enough, you might find an accountant at the bar wasting his life way over a glass of bourbon. What are you waiting for, honey? He's waiting for you to join him. If you're college age or cougaring for a pre-financed boy before the millions, take to Gold Plaza. They often have events, you can ask for directions, and who knows, you might find the future Mr. Big to your carry. Thanks for watching.
This is disgusting. Women always complain about men seeing them as a piece of meat. But at the same time, they see men as a tool to fund their lifestyle. As long as that man got money, they will do anything. How's that any different than a sex worker? The logic is just not adding up.
Tips on how to find a rich husband. As a gold digger, I like helping women who want a soft life like me. Hi, I'm Mrs. White, your master of luxury. Unclench your jaw, smile, close your legs until he does something big for you. Always smell good. Stop chasing and start attracting. Dress classy. Speak softly. Find areas where people with old money hang. Short nails. Download LinkedIn. For more info, go book your master class on Instagram at Mrs_White888. Now, go find rich husband, baby.
I'm out on the dating scene, I have to say that one of the best places that you would not think of that you can meet someone organically is at the park. Let me just say, I've been stopped 3 times while I'm reading at the park, and the go-to line every single time has been, what book are you reading? What is it about? And then it'll start conversation. Unfortunately, I have not been attracted, or the guy has not been my type, but it is a good place to potentially meet somebody. Go to your local park, just sit there, read, listen to music, go on a walk, and you don't know who's gonna come up to you and just start a conversation.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women, most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean, love it. And by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men. Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men. But with the exception of somebody like Steve, I think Steve is very self-sufficient.
That's Joy's husband.
But like
He
my
is.
husband, it takes a village of women to make sure that he's not emaciated, starving, and living in his own filth. He can,
Really?
you know. Yeah. How about you guys? But I feel you guys are married to people that are more.
I have Handy Manny at home. No, he fixes everything. When things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination.
Nope.
When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he throws out the recyclables. I enjoy all the man stuff.
So wait a second. I know what you're going to say. But wait. She's really talking about a servant, let's face it. No. It's a handyman she's talking about.
No, it's a handyman.
Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not have...
Well, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that. We're not talking about that. What about the inner life of a man? That's what this is about.
I need my man 3 to 4 times a week. And good for you guys. And then the rest of the time I need a wife. Because I've always said
Everyone needs a wife.
No, I tease Vicky, my producer, in the morning. I was like, if you'd like to join Max and I, not in that way, but like Vicky and I could kill it as a household runners. Like we would be laughing, giggling, doing all the things, and Max would be so psyched I was wasting all my words somewhere else anyway. So it would be a perfect combo. And the other day, Caleb said to me, this is my youngest son, he said, Mama, I want a spare mom. And I didn't know what he meant. And he's like, he said, Genevieve has a spare mom. And I realized the parents were divorced.
A nanny?
No, divorced. An extra mom, like 2 moms. And so I asked him, because at first I was a little wounded. I was like, what am I not doing? You know, and he's like, no, I just think at bedtime, you always have to pay attention to the other kids too. And if we had a spare mom, Dad, and you could, you know, then you just get a focus on me. And it was so sweet. He didn't ask for a spare dad, by the way. He asked for a spare mom.
I took this totally differently in how I prepped because broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like I think in the political moment, the people who are saying what needs to be said in my party, it's all women. The very few men, with the exception of Mike Pence and a few others, are saying what they need to. But in life, like I need my husband. I don't know if I need any other men, but he is irreplaceable.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's what we're all saying. We like our husbands. We just don't need men beyond that.
Wait till you're married 20 years and you'll see how replaceable
Well, the reason
they are.
that women, I think that the reason women can stay married for as long as they do is because they have a lot of girlfriends.
They have a village.
They have girlfriends. Because I always have to initiate the conversations. He'll step up, but I have to
thought you were going to say
them.
initiate.
I just told you guys, I have 8 girlfriends from Panama here who are girlfriends for 50 years since they were in kindergarten.
Oh, I love that.
And they were saying yesterday that they've gone through divorces, they've gone through challenges, and having that village of women has made it possible.
Well, we
for
are
them.
more collaborative than men. I think there have been studies that say that women have much closer friendship relationships than men do.
Because
I think we have to make a difference, differentiate gay men.
No, gay men are
in their own category.
Yeah, but we're not married to gay men, okay?
Oh.
But women have conversations about their feelings. Men talk about
It's
sports,
socializing,
cars, all that stuff.
I don't know. My husband talks about his feelings with his
Maybe he's gay. Next.
Okay, PSA to all men. Just because a girl is wearing a low-cut shirt or a tight top or a fitted outfit doesn't give you permission to just stare at their chest. It makes us so uncomfortable, and if you guys could please stop doing it, it would be amazing. Men will always be like, oh, we don't like being called creeps, or we're so scared to be called creeps, but then you guys make it so difficult for the female species to exist or even wear anything.
Okay, in case you guys didn't hear a word that lady just said, she said, don't be creeps, don't stare at her. No matter what she's wearing, no matter what any other woman is wearing, don't stare. I mean, even if she has like a flamingo on her head, you better not stare. Even though it's like totally human, you know, when somebody is just being totally obvious and flaunting, you know, maybe they're even like dancing with that flamingo. Yeah, you better not look. Unless you're attractive in her eyes. So like, okay, so it gets a little muddied, I know. So if you're attractive, so, you know, you gotta look at the scale. So if you're maybe an 8 or 9 or 10, she probably, you know, she's a 10 up there. So like, you might really need to be a 10. Don't look at her unless you're that. Because we all know.
So you said this about Me Too. So this is probably 40% of the reason I moved to Romania. In Eastern Europe, none of this garbage flies. You go to the police and say he raped me back in 1988. They'll say, well, you should have done something about it back then.
That one small sentence you've taken was from a 1-hour video where I explained that, of course, rape is disgusting. Of course, everybody should be punished for their crimes regardless of when they happen. But people are not perfect, male and female. And if you give women the opportunity to destroy men's lives without evidence, there's going to be a contingent of women who will do that. I'm trying to make a balanced and nuanced argument in a world where people have no attention span. They're going to take a few seconds, put it online, decide someone's good or bad, not be interested in the longer format video. We live in a world now with TikTok videos 5 or 6 seconds long. There's no content.
Most of these women, these feminists, they're very unhappy people, right? It just seethes out of the body. You know when you meet somebody and they seem joyful and that energy is contagious to you? so many of these women, modern women, I don't need a man, this, that, feminism, what's great for women, they just look rancid inside, right? Like something rotten's coming out. They got an expression all the time. It's like these female CEOs sometimes. I hate to say it, not all of them, but a lot of them look like they're just inside, just spoiled milk. You know, it's ready to bubble over, and let's just hope you're not in the way when it does.
With the way my dating life is going right now, I feel like I'm gonna be single for a long time. Like a long time. I literally just cannot stand. I cannot stand these vanilla ass men. You're boring. You don't intrigue me. And at this point, I'm like losing faith in all men. I just feel like they all want one thing. And if that's what you want, I'm the wrong bitch. Go somewhere else. I cannot tell another man what I like to do on my free time. I can't do it. And I don't give my attention to anybody. And when I'm finally like, oh, like he's cute, like let me talk to him. You're boring! You're boring! You suck!
How do you think men feel when they're typically the ones pulling all of the weight, and in response, they get one-worded responses, 2-hour gaps in conversation, and 0 initiation? The bottom line is that a lot of men today feel like it is pulling teeth to get to know a woman. So if you as a woman don't even want to talk about your hobbies, yet you're telling men that they're too vanilla, they're boring. I'm sorry, is he the only one that's supposed to bring joy and excitement to your life, but you don't provide anything back?
Oh, so I have tea for all of y'all trying to find a husband. Let me put you on game, honey. They got a dating option on Facebook. Okay? It's literally the best place to find a husband. It's the best place to find one because that's where I found all of y'all's. Yeah, all y'all husbands is on Facebook dating.
Hot take. If you're looking for the hotties in New York City, just go to the fancy supermarkets, especially on a Sunday morning. Woo!
Where in Miami are you most likely to meet your husband?
The Miami Heat's playoff skates. The best guys.
If you want hot men, come to a Heat game ASAP.
Where do you go to find a husband? Tinder. You will find all kinds of husbands on Tinder. Don't feel so bad when you're the only one of your friends left that hasn't found their soulmate yet. Because there are so many married men swiping away every day, still looking for their soulmate too.
In what women want, I suppose, I don't think a lot changes about what people want. But I suppose if I were to make a cultural observation, it would come up for people that, how do I find someone who's either playing at my level or someone who accepts my level, whether it's financially or what I've achieved in my life, the work that I do. That's something that, you know, is obviously a modern day thing. And I think a lot of people are asking, how do I find someone who's not intimidated by where I am in my life?
What do you mean by that? Be specific.
That I earn more potentially.
As a woman.
As a woman. That I have a high status job. Not everyone, but there's a decent amount of that, of people worrying that they're either going to intimidate someone or they're proactively looking for someone that is playing at their level. It's hard sometimes to say whether that's because they genuinely want someone who's playing at their level, or because they're just worried that if they find someone who's not playing at their level, that person's going to have an issue with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What's are women struggling to be attracted to guys that don't have that level of education, don't have that level of employment that they do? Are they struggling to date down, so to speak?
From an attraction point of view?
Yes.
I mean, look, there has to be some. I know that I've spoken to very successful groups of business women who are really playing at a high level.
Yep.
And sometimes in those circles, which by the way, I don't think like the ultra high achieving, like type A, you're in that made millions of dollars. Like that's a unique group of people. But I have experienced being in those circles where one of the first things I get asked is, well, how do I find someone who is also, playing at this level? And I always feel like saying at that point, isn't surely the reason to achieve all of this is so that you can choose anyone you want, not so that you can kind of go, now that I'm in this top 0.5%, I need to find someone in that top 5% in a socioeconomic sphere. I always think to me, the reason to make money, the reason to build something or to just have a job that takes care of you and your family potentially.
So last night I ended things with a guy that in one of my previous videos I had referred to as the most intentional man I've ever spoken to. It really does suck because he truly is amazing, has a lot of the things I'm looking for in a person, but we hung out like 6 or 7 times and I just wasn't feeling it. And it's just really a shame because he really is a great guy. If he had asked me for more details, I really don't know that I would have been able to give him many besides that shame, but there's really nothing you can do. It's just the name of the game.
Minimum height.
6 feet.
Yeah, that's where they get you. Would you exclude obesity?
Absolutely.
Minimum income, so.
I'm gonna say at least 200.
200 grand?
You can be 30 years old and make 200
Oh my goodness. Take a guess at what percentage of men fit this criteria? 2%? Much lower. It's 0.049%.
All right, is this going on the TV?
Most men will only experience unconditional love from their mothers, and some of us don't even get that. Most of us have never even felt appreciation or respect without conditions or hidden intentions. We don't know what it sounds like to hear, "I see you, and I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're here. You really make a difference." Yet the expectation is to constantly be displaying the strength and love that the world is hesitant in conveying. We're expected to have a thick skin but get judged if it turns to a hard shell. The first step in being a man is ignoring the hunger. Because yes, boy, you're going to be starving. Starved of attention, starved of affirmation, starved of love, starved of being told that you are enough. Step 2 in being a man is comfortability with replaceability. You are only as good as you are useful. You are only as valuable as you are needed by others. Should there ever come a day, boy, where you fail to provide everybody with a smiling face, then do not be surprised when they say all men do is take up space.
Guys don't like to think about women haven't been with anybody before them. At all. Like no one at all. They prefer to just be like, the vagina was closed before they got there and then it opened and now it's in process. Like they just can't, they don't want to visualize it. It's very uncomfortable for them to do that. So the more partners you've had, the more you start to seem like an open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 7-Eleven. They're not into it. It just is. Also, if they're looking at you seriously, they're looking saying, this could be the mother of my child, gonna be pregnant. Like it's a clash. Like promiscuity and that family, it's just a clash in their head. They don't like it.
And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.